Welcome back to Inglés 4.0, the radio show. Let's go! Advanced. All right, welcome back. Welcome to Class 20, Advanced. So welcome, advanced students. I hope that you're doing well. You've completed, we've almost completed 20. At the end of today, we will have completed 20 shows and 20 classes of studying. I hope that you're following along on the television. I hope that you're going into the website, asking any questions that you may have to our team of tutors who are there to help you. Let's go on now with a little review of what we saw in the last class. We started talking about the first conditional, the future conditional. And what we have to remember here is we do not say, if I will, I. So remember, I will do it if you help me. Not I will do it if you will help me. Oof, it gives me a headache just thinking about it. No. So I will do it if you help me. You will learn if you study. I promise you will learn if you study. You will learn if you make the effort. Okay? You will learn English if you practice. You will learn English if you work hard. So the future conditional. Let's try this with a little bit of translation. Translation. All right, yes, let's try a little bit of translation here. Number one, are you ready? I'm going to read this in Spanish. I'd like you to translate the sentence into English. Lo haré si me ayudas. I'll do it if you help me. Lo haré si me ayudas. Vendrán si les llamas. They'll come if you call them. Comenzarán en cuanto termine la clase. They'll start as soon as the class is over. En cuanto, as soon as. They'll start as soon as the class is over. Se hará si hay suficiente dinero. Ooh, the passive voice. Nice. It will be done if there's enough money. Iré en cuanto termine esta carta. I'll go as soon as I finish this letter. Te lo mandaré tan pronto como lo tenga. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. Te lo mandaré. I'll send it to you as soon as I have it. Saldré en cuanto deje de llover. En cuanto. Otra vez. Did you get it last time? Do you remember this? I'll go out as soon as. Good. As soon as it stops raining. I'll go out as soon as it stops raining. Saldremos si no llueve. We'll go out if it doesn't rain. We'll go out if it doesn't rain. I'll go out as soon as it stops raining. We'll go out if it doesn't rain. Okay, very good. Now let's move on and practice with some numbers. You may recall in the last class we were practicing with numbers in the past. Some big numbers. So I'm going to dictate these to you in some scenarios, then ask you some questions to challenge your comprehension. So get out a pen and get out a piece of paper, and let's do this thing. I'm going to read the numbers. Okay, really the scenarios, okay? Are you ready? Are you sure? Okay, good. There were 782,101 cars on the highway. This is yesterday. There were 782,101 cars on the highway. Okay. How many cars were there on the highway? How many? En voz alta, out loud. There were 782,101 cars on the highway. Very good. There were 23,432,987 people in the country. How many people were there in the country? There were 23 million, correct, 432,987 people in the country. Did you get that right? I hope so. Well done. There were, yesterday, as of yesterday, this is not a fact, but rather invented, there were 32,600,000 729,239 dogs in the United States. How many dogs were there in the United States? There were 32,729,239. Remember, 729,239 dogs in the United States. There were 435,654 plants in the garden. How many plants were there? There were 435,654 plants in the garden. There were $325,432 spent on food. Food. How much money? How much money was spent on food? Well, with an amount of money, we could say there was $325,432 spent on food. That's a lot of money. Also, there was 892,752 euros spent on travel. How much money? How much money was spent on travel? Well, there was 892,752 euros spent on travel. One more. Are you ready for this? Last year, there were 12,432,547 bicycles in the country. How many bicycles were there in the country? There were 12,432,547 bicycles in the country. Very good. Well done with the numbers. Good job. I hope you're following along with those numbers, and I hope that you wrote them down and that you read them back out loud. Remember to participate actively, en voz alta, out loud all the time. Okay. Expression of the day. All right, yes, it's time for our expression of the day. Yes, the expression of the day today is a dark horse. A dark horse. What does this mean? Like caballo oscuro, a dark horse. Well, a dark horse is someone, it could be a person or it could be a team, that is not expected to do very well, but then does. Like, for example, if Real Madrid plays a football match against Getafe, Getafe would be a dark horse. No one would expect Getafe to win. And then imagine they do. They win. Wow, the dark horse really won. The underdog as well. The team that is not expected to win is known as the underdog. But a dark horse is usually a team that's not even necessarily a match between two teams, but let's say a whole league, a whole group of teams, and no one thinks that this one team can win. Nobody has predicted them, and we had a dark horse winner. They just came out of nowhere to win it. They were a complete dark horse. It was unexpected. So I do not know the origin of this expression, but I'm sure it comes from horse racing. Imagine a horse that no one thought would win, and it came out of nowhere, almost out of the dark, out of nowhere. Where did this horse come from? No one knew, and it came and won. Okay? So no one expected it to do well, but it really did. It was a dark horse performer, a dark horse team, a dark horse, well, a dark horse, or a runner, a racer. So someone in a contest who no one expects them to do well, but they actually do quite well. They were a dark horse. All right, so that's our expression of the day. All right, now it's time to continue a little bit more with the first conditional. This time, give me some negative answers. Let's go with the negatives. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question, and I'd like you to answer in the negative. Will you learn English if you don't make an effort? No. So give me an answer, en voz alta, out loud. No, I won't learn English if I don't make an effort. Will you speak well if you don't practice? No, I won't speak well if I don't practice. Will I perfect my Spanish if I don't study? No, you won't perfect your Spanish if you don't study. Will you feel fine if you don't eat? No. Give me the answer. En voz alta. No, you won't feel fine if you don't eat. You'll feel terrible if you don't eat. Will you win if you play poorly? No, you won't win if you play poorly. Will Real Madrid win the league if they lose against Barcelona? No, they won't win the league if they lose against Barcelona. They won't win. Probably not. Will you drive there if there's a bus available? No, I won't drive there if there's a bus available. I'll take the bus. I won't drive there if there's a bus available. Will you take the bus if the metro goes there? No, I won't take the bus if the metro goes there. Because I prefer taking the metro. And that's true for me. I don't know if I prefer, but I do like the metro. I usually take the metro. If I have a choice between a bus or a metro, I usually take the metro to avoid the traffic. But the bus is very nice. It's nice being above the ground and having the light. So I think the problem with the buses for me is I usually don't know exactly where they go. Whereas with the subway, the metro, it's easier to tell exactly where they're going because of the maps. Will you move to Nigeria if you get a job there? This is a good question. Will you move to Nigeria if you get a job there next year? No, I won't. No, I won't move there if I get a job there. No. Will you call my brother tomorrow if you need someone to talk to? Will you call my brother if you need someone to talk to? No, I won't call your brother if you need someone to talk to. I suppose not, because you probably don't know him. If I need someone to talk to, maybe I'll call my brother. But I don't think you would, because you don't know him. Vocabulary of the day. All right, it's time now for the vocabulary of the day. The vocabulary are 5 words. So at home, you have these in your book. You have these in your student guide. Well, your vocabulary book that comes along with the student guide. And I hope that you're studying these. I hope that you know all these words. This should just be a little review for you. Okay? Rematar. To nail down. To nail down. Fondo. Aguante. Stamina. Michael Phelps has a lot of stamina. It takes a lot of stamina to be a swimmer. It also takes a lot of stamina to be a cyclist, to be a distance cyclist like Lance Armstrong or Alberto Contador or Carlos Sastre. They all have fantastic stamina. It requires a lot of stamina to do well at those endurance sports. Inevitable. Inevitable. Unavoidable. It's unavoidable. We can't avoid it because it's unavoidable. It's completely unavoidable. Unavoidable. Be careful there. Notice we have the V. Unavoidable. It's like a vocalized F. Unavoidable. Vendedor. Vendedor. Salesperson. Salesperson. What do? They sell. Salesperson. Resolver. To sort out. It's like to solve a problem or to sort out a problem. To sort out a problem. There you go. To sort out. All right, now we can go back once again with the conditionals, with the first conditional, the future conditional, but this time we're practicing with questions. So ask me. Ask me. Pregúntame. Now, remember, at home you have to do this. You have to participate actively. When I say ask me, you got to ask me, okay? Ask me if I will go out if it rains. Will you go out if it rains? Very good. Ask me, will you go out if it rains? No, I won't go out if it rains. Ask me if I'll go to Canada if the flights are expensive. Will you go to Canada if the flights are expensive? No. I won't go to Canada if the flights are expensive. Well, I'll go at Christmas because I have to go at Christmas. I always go at Christmas. Ask me if I'll drive to France if I have time next week. Kyle, will you drive to France if you have time next week? No, I won't. I won't drive to France if I have time next week. If I have time, I'll just stay here and I'll prepare some radio shows. But I won't drive to France. Ask me if I'll make a big breakfast tomorrow if I have time. Will you make a big breakfast tomorrow if you have time? Will you? Yes, I will. I'll make a big breakfast tomorrow. I will. If I have time. I love making big breakfasts. Ask me if my parents will come to Spain to visit me if they're not too busy. Will your parents come to Spain to visit you if they're not too busy? Ask me again. Will your parents, and both out, will your parents come to visit you in Spain if they're not too busy? Yes, they will. They'll come to visit me in Spain if they're not too busy. Ask me if Canada will win the gold medal in hockey at the Olympics if they play well. The Olympics, the Winter Olympics, very important for Canadians. Ask me if Canada will win the gold medal in hockey at the Olympics if they play well. Kyle, will Canada win the gold medal in hockey at the Olympics if they play well? Yes, they will. Canada will win the gold medal at hockey in the Olympics if they play well. Hockey, ice hockey, hockey sobre hielo, ice hockey. It's very, very important in Canada. Canadians love it. Ice hockey to Canadians is like football to Spanish people. It is. We absolutely love it. Ask me if my boss will ask me to work more hours if he has more projects to be done. Kyle, will your boss ask you to work more hours if he has more projects to be done? Yes, probably. He'll probably ask me to work more hours if he has more projects to be done. Ask me if I'll call my brother tomorrow if I have news. Will you call your brother tomorrow if you have news, Kyle? Will you call your brother tomorrow if you have news? Yes, I will. If I have news, I'll call my brother. Ask me if I'll keep talking if my voice gets tired. Will you keep talking if your voice gets tired? No, I won't keep talking if my voice gets tired. I'll finish. In fact, speaking of finishing, I think it's time to do that now because my voice is getting tired, but more importantly, we are out of time. So thank you for listening, folks, and I am going to finish now. But please, keep listening to Vaughn Radio. The more you listen, the more you learn, right? It's a matter of exposing yourself to the English language as much as possible. So please keep listening, and I'll be back with this show, same time, same place, Monday through Friday. You know where to find me. See you next time. Bye-bye.